Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wanted for August 2nd, 2025. It's Season 2, Episode 31. I am MayorWatt. I run ohmTown.com. Go over there and join it. Sign up, sign in. All news, no noise. Today, we're going to be talking about Asus gaming headphones, the best running shoes, Haptics, and Haptics, Antigravity drone 360 video, and Pico mixed reality. Let's get into it. For the first time in a little while, my 3D printer is not on. That's okay. Let's go. What is going on? The first article. Oh, by the way, this is the front page of ohmTown, but that is Wanted, and we still haven't finished our logo restructuring for each of the shows. But the first article is over in the Wanted channel. These $130 Asus. It's Asus, I think. Gaming headphones get almost everything right. The Asus ROG Pelta is a pair of fantastic gaming headphones at a great price, it says here. The article is over at cnet.com. Jason Cockrum put the article together. That's what it looks like right there. It looks like your standard pair of headphones. My only gripe with any headphone nowadays is not really the quality, but it's that hinge. Yeah, for whatever reason, I always break the hinges. They could be wildly expensive. The only ones that actually survive are all metal. Any plastic involved and it's going to break. And so sometimes they do this all metal hinge, but then somewhere up above is where they transition from metal to plastic, and then it breaks up there. Well, anyway, after reviewing the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 set last year, the author of this was impressed by just how much a good headset can improve the gaming experience. While headsets like the Stealth 700 are great, they're also expensive. The ROG Pelta headphones from Asus, on the other hand, nail the basics while being affordable, it says here in the article. So what about the Asus ROG Pelta? 50mm titanium plated drivers sound great. No matter what game they played, they heard nearly everything clearly. Both music and movies sounded fantastic, almost as good as their $300 Sony XM3 headphones. The best part is that the Asus Armory Crate app you can use to customize the sound profile in detail. So very tactile. It has buttons, USB-C on the side for charging, both Bluetooth and 2.4 radios. It isn't a touch to activate type of, what do you call it? Starts with a C. My brain just went blank. Anyway, conductive. There isn't any of this like you just tap it 3 times, tap it 15 times. It has actual buttons, which is something that I really like. They say here 70-hour battery life, 90 on Bluetooth is quite decent. You can get 3 hours of usage from 15 minutes of charging. You can connect to a PC, Mac, PlayStation, Switch, mobile devices via Bluetooth or 2.4 USB dongle. And there's also an included USB-C cable with an adapter if you want to go the wired route. They say that there's no Xbox support, which is weird, but wired probably means that well, I guess if you don't, maybe you can convert. I mean, I know you can convert from mini jack to USB-C. Can't you? They say that there's no 3.5mm jack. They say, I get that this is becoming more common these days, but it's still annoying. Let me see something real quick. We're going to do this live. Because I know that I've got a mini jack to USB-C connector. Yeah, spend 99 cents. So noise cancellation also doesn't make an appearance, but that's not uncommon on gaming headphones, especially at $130, according to this author. I just got from... Soundcore, a pair of headphones that are really low profile. You don't even see them really when they're in. They're pretty neat. I'll do a review once I get to hear them. I just got them today, so I haven't been able to mess with it. Anyway, they're Bluetooth. as well. So, but they're noise canceling and they're entirely in ear, true wireless headset. So I'm going to have to try it out with some gaming, see what they're like. But they're like extremely long battery life too for their size. These things are huge. These headphones right here are huge, right? They're big old cans like Princess Leia cinnamon rolls on the side of your head. I don't like that stuff. All right, let's keep going though. The next article is over on RealityHacker. Best running shoes for 2025 tested and reviewed. Saucony, Nike, Hoka. They say they collect thousands of test miles to bring you the best running shoes for every pace, ability, and running goal. It's over at Wired. Kieran Alger put the article together. They say the best overall is the Saucony Endorphin Speed 5. They're $175 for the men's shoes. Best for your PR, it says. Puma Fast R Nitro Elite 3. The names are getting longer and the prices are getting bigger. $300 from Puma. The best cheap shoe is the Puma Velocity Nitro 3 for $135. And they have 6 more beyond the 4 that they're displaying here, like the Brooks Glycerin Max. Best for max cushioning. I guess max is in the name, so they're $200. I don't really like color schemes like this, bright and whatever, but I guess if it's for running, you need what you need, bright, like a high glow, yellow, green kind of thing. It looks like a Gatorade bottle. So slightly softer midsole, new uppers, remains the do-it-all running shoe that you can lace up for almost any run, and the shoe feels immediately natural on the foot and delivers a lively, snappy, cushioned ride. It's light and full. Full of energy without feeling fussy. Okay, it's a little too involved. But this is wanted, so I want good shoes, comfortable shoes, and yeah. I know nowadays I don't get a chance to run all that much, but I used to do it all the time. All right, this next article is over in the RealityHacker channel. Haptics, Tact Suit Air, Tact Suit Pro, and Tact Sleeve review. The author of this article is over at uploadvr.com. Don Hopper put the article together, and they say that they suited up the latest vests and armbands from Haptics to explore how far down the haptics rabbit hole these peripherals can take you. We were provided with 2 Tact Suit bundles from Haptics and the starter bundle and the FPS bundle. Each comes with the vest and armbands. But the difference for the starter includes a Tact Suit Air with 16 vibration points, while FPS includes Tact Suit Pro with 32. So I'm interested in this stuff. I really like the idea of haptics kind of immersing you in a game. In comparison, the FPS bundle containing the Pro version of the vest doubles the amount of ERMs. These are these reactive sensors that when you get hit from a particular angle, it translates into a haptic hit, so you feel the vibration. This allows for fine-tuning the intensity, and particularly apparent in the added upper chest and lower back zones that are absent in the Air model. The Pro model uses a thicker rubber-like outer material, increasing the vest's overall weight to slightly over 4 pounds. The sleek black materials used to make it look like tactical gear compared to the cloth in the Air, and more resembles a cheap superhero costume from Wish. Brutal. Aside from the different vests, both bundles included a pair of Tact sleeves and the same accessories. This is a haptic face cover for enhanced VR HMD head-mounted display immersion. Haptics also provided the Tact visor. I want to see the sleeves. Hold on a second. The sleeves adding another 4 ERM motors per arm and a bundled TP-Link Bluetooth 5.3 USB dongle that supports the vest Bluetooth low energy wireless connectivity. Although I don't really like TP-Link because their security is questionable, at least in my opinion. 3 heavy-duty USB-C cables are also included, but notably absent was a dedicated charging brick, a trend for many manufacturers in recent years. Not everyone has spare charging bricks laying around. Anchor, go buy some. You won't regret it. High quality. All right. Well, this facial interface gives you 4 additional ERMs through a replaceable face pad, and while meant to be universal, they're unable to attach to their Quest 3. I use a Pico 4. People are talking about it not being allowed in the United States, but that's wrong. So yeah, they set it all up and they played it. This is pretty damn awesome. I really like it. So how much is this thing? Ergonomics and long-term wear they talk about here. It was slightly uncomfortable after about an hour of intense gameplay, especially using the thicker Pro Vest model. The tack sleeves are also an improvement over the previous models they've tried, but still remain a blood pressure cuff strap style, which over time they say becomes somewhat uncomfortable as it tends to dig into their arms at the low elbow joint while they bend them. Yeah, if it doesn't fit right, then yeah, that's what you're going to get. This causes a noticeable sensation that takes me out of the deeper immersion that they're feeling. With the tack visor, jury's still out. So they talk about the software. I'm not too worried about this at this point, but I would like to know what the price is. They played Epic Roller Coasters from B4T, games on Quest, Arizona Sunshine 2. Let's see. They say Arizona Sunshine 2 is a game where the native support shines and some sensations border on feeling almost entirely real. For example, when dropping a clip into, it's a magazine, into the in-game vest, you could feel it slide across their chest as it fell in its place, even with the more limited 16 ERMs offered in the air vest. It was still satisfying. So they say that there's 300 compatible games total, 200 with native support and 100 with mod support. And then they say completing the haptics, they also make modules for feet and has an interesting pair of haptic gloves available on its website. I want all of this. So how much is it? That's what I want to get to. So the Pro, with its larger ERM array and extended battery, delivers finer precision and more robust intensity for gamers, and it's currently on sale for $650. The lower price bundle is $400. So yep, I'm ready for Ready Player One. Let's get going. All right, the next article is over in Technology Today. Insta360 spin-off Antigravity is making a drone that can record 360-degree video. They've decided to spin out its own drone company called Antigravity, Insta360 has, allowing it to operate independently. The new sub-brand is now developing an as-of-yet unnamed drone that can record 360-degree video, similar to Insta's 360X camera series. Details are currently limited as the company finalizes its first product. However, Insta360's Antigravity says that its drones will be aimed at existing drone owners looking to be more creative with their equipment. The article is over at Engadget, and it's written by Matt Smith. The new sub-brand says that it'll be the world's first, which doesn't make any sense, but okay. There's lots of drone companies. Maybe not drones that do 360, but okay. I guess coming from Insta360, it's got a competitive advantage, but maybe nobody's really doing that, right? Intimidated by the learning curve of flying a drone, if the company's drones can utilize the 360-degree camera sensors that made it famous, you'll likely be able to reframe and curate angles and views as you flew, giving the sensors more, would capture everything around them. If you can actually look in any direction, then this is a game changer indeed. They've got a video called Don't Let Gravity Keep You Down from a company called Antigravity. It introduced the first 360-degree camera. It isn't the first time that the Insta360, though, has dabbled with drones. A few years ago, it introduced the $430 Sphere, which attaches the company's 360-degree cameras to a chassis that can be mounted on the DJI Mavic 2. Using its own algorithms and technology, the Sphere could capture a 360-degree video, stitch it together from the camera sensors, making the drone invisible in the resulting footage. So that device is out of stock. And our last article is over on RealityHacker. Pico reportedly developing slim and light mixed reality goggles to rival next-gen Meta headset. Pico, the XR headset maker owned by TikTok parent ByteDance, is reportedly developing a mixed reality device aimed at rivaling Meta's next-generation XR headset. According to information from The Information, Pico is currently working on a pair of mixed reality goggles, codenamed Swan, which are said to be thin and lightweight, reportedly weighing at just 100 grams. They were talking about 3 people that have direct knowledge of the project. The information reports that the device features a hybrid design that offloads processing to a tethered compute puck. So the article is by Scott Hayden over at roadtovr.com, which for whatever reason, my firewall always goes off. Regularly goes off when I go to their site. Citing 3 people. Swan is said to be conceptually similar to Meta's reportedly upcoming mixed reality device codenamed Phoenix, which also includes a compute puck and glasses-like form factor. I wouldn't mind the puck kind of thing as long as it's easily, I can plug in with any cord. If I have to use a proprietary cord, then I'm out. It's that same stupid maneuver that Apple is using on their VR headset. Don't make me get tied to a particular battery. Just let me connect via a USB 3 or better cabling, whatever, but make it standardized. Anyway, that said, there's currently no information on what Swan will cost or where it will ship. In the past, Pico's consumer headsets have typically been priced slightly above Meta's equivalents and have been available primarily in East and Southeast Asia and Europe, but not in North America. Yeah, mine are imported. A long time ago, though. All right, well, that's it, folks. We are going to slimly and lightly and in mixed fashion go back to the front page of Wanted over at ohmTown.com, where you should go and become a citizen. Be sure to download the podcast and watch us on YouTube and Twitch. There's 2,000 plus videos over on YouTube. Only 60 days worth of videos over on Twitch because Twitch deletes stuff. At any rate, hope to see you around. See you soon. Bye-bye.